Hello everyone. So in this session we are going to see about one of the application of SCADA, which is script. Fine. So what is script and what we are going to do, whether it is having any types, you are going to see in this session. Fine. So script is like a language. Fine. So it is used to connect all the tags. Fine. So in a virtual simulation, what we have done, so we will be creating tag for the switch, and if you want to turn on a lamp, you will be giving the same tag name. Correct? I hope you have remembered in the initial sessions when I was talking about this virtual simulation. For example, take this, right? So this is switch, this is lamp. Fine. So for this switch, I have given SW1 as a tag, and to turn on this lamp, you should use same tag name. This is what I have told you, right? So you need to go for this. Just double tap and select the tag. So this is virtual simulation. Virtual simulation like we are doing within SCADA. Fine. Go for this. So when you go for the online, this will be on because of that this lamp will also be on because both are sharing the same tag name in a virtual simulation. Fine. This is the concept we have seen so far in all the virtual simulation concept. For all the concepts we have covered, we have used the same concept. We were used same tag name for all the components, whatever we are taking from symbol factory or from for buttons, everything we have given the same tag name to understand and to study the tools in SCADA. Fine. Now script in virtual simulation can used to interlink two tags. Fine. For example, take this as a lamp, okay, and this gonna be our switch. Just label it as SWITCH and label this as lamp. Fine. So now what I'm going to do, for this we have already created a tag SW1. Fine. Now I'm going to create a new tag for this. Got it? Just create a new tag L1. Fine. So this is a new tag. So this is a memory discrete. Fine. Go for OK. Go for close. Now how to interlink these two? Whenever I'm turning on SW1, L1 should turn on. There should be some link we need to give, right? Whenever you are going to, interlink two tags, you need to create some link between them. And that link is script. Fine. So script is like a writing a code for that or statements for this, right? So when I have explained about the action script, I hope you have remembered this. This one we have seen, no? In the action script we will be writing like this statement and all we have written. So whenever we are pressing that switch or sorry button, this function should be happening. This is action script. Like that we are going to write a script for this switch one and this L1. Fine. And obviously we need to follow some syntax. Let's see what is that syntax and all. So syntax will be like okay. First you will be writing the input condition if this switch is on. Like that you will be giving. Okay, switch if input condition you will be giving. If that is happening, you will be writing some statement, then output statement. Okay, and you need to end if. And here also here you need to have a semicolon. Fine. So this is a syntax for this simple control, discrete control system. Fine. So where we are going to write this syntax, that is a window script. So just right click. Okay, there are so many types of script. We'll see one by one. So I'm introducing this window script to you. Just right click. See, we have seen the syntax, and where we are going to write is in this window script. Just right click, go for window script. Can you get the window? Yes. So it is same like we have seen in the action script now. Yeah. So here only I'm going to write. Fine. So shall we write? Yeah. If, what is our input condition? What is our input tag name? Which is SW1, right? So if you know the uppercase or lowercase, whatever it is, you need to write it properly. Okay. So if you are not knowing, just double click. It will take you to the tag name dictionary. You just click that and you just type equal to 1. If SW1 equal to 1, what do I need to write? Yes, it is then. Then, what is the tag for our lamp? It is L1. So, better choose from here equal to 1. Semicolon. End if semicolon. Okay. So, no issues if you forgot to put semicolon and all. No issues. It will tell you. See, we have written it. No, if it is having any error, it will be telling you. So, it is showing must be from 1 to 3, 6. Yeah. So, this is second. It should not be 0. Okay. So, what is this means? This script we have written will be continuously, it's like a loop. For every 1 milliseconds, this loop will be updating. Okay. So now validate. Yeah, there is no error. For example, if you miss this semicolon and validate, it is telling you expecting semicolon. Fine. So this should be the minute, the number you are giving here, no, that will be in a milliseconds. So what is the use of this time duration is the time delay. Okay. So it will be like for every, for example, here I have mentioned as 10. So for every 10 milliseconds, it will be updating the loop. In the 10 milliseconds, I may turn off the switch again. That time it will update lamp is equal to 0. Okay, guys. Fine. So it will be every time it will be checking whether this is happening or not. Like that it will be checking. Fine. So we have done the validate. We have done. Okay, just click OK. Just go for runtime. See, now we have two different tags and we have written the Windows script. Let's see whether it is happening. Yes, it is happening. See, this is SW1, this is L1, and we connected both using the script. Done. If we turn off, it is not off. Why? See here. Whenever I am turning on for the first time, now that time only it was in on condition. If I turn off, it is not happening because I have not written anything to turn off. Correct? See, whatever I have written, that is performing here. So we have not written to turn off. Correct? So go for the Windows script. Right? So what I can write here is else. You can write else L1 equal to 0. That's it. I have just added the else. Validate. There is no error. Go for run. So turn on, turn off. Okay. So what is that else condition? Else means like if switch 1 is not equal to 1, do this. That's what the else part. For the else part, whatever we had done, to turn off L1. That's it. Right. So now you have a full control to turn on and to turn off. Right. So this is window script. Fine. So whether this window script is only for only one input or only one output, not like that. You can have multiple inputs also. Fine. So let me take one duplicate of this and we'll give the name as is W2 new tag it is. So define it, save, close. Fine. So now I have included one more new input. go for Windows script, and here you can type and SW2. See, I'm writing in a uppercase, but whether check whether it is in uppercase or lowercase. See, it is in a lowercase. Okay, equal to 1. Just validate. Yeah, it is accepting. Now you have merged two inputs. Fine. Go for OK. Go for runtime. It's not turning on because you have given two conditions. Now it is on. Fine. Since I have given and, both need to turn on a lamp. If one is off, lamp will be off because it is an AND operation. AND means what? Both need to be 1 to happen the output as 1. Fine. To make the output to 1. So like this you can include how many inputs you want. You can, or you can give R function also. See, I'll show you the R function. Can you see R here? Yeah. Because it is R function. 0 1 1 1 1 again 1. Fine. So this is R function. So like that you can have multiple inputs also, outputs also. So make a duplicate of this, keep it here and name that as L2 is a new tag. Save it, close it. Fine. Now what I need to do, I need to include that in a statement. You can write L2 equal to 1. Fine. So here also you need to type L2 equal to 0. That's it. Validate. Okay. Go for runtime. Right. So now turn on, both will be on because I have written a statement like that. There was a or condition. Okay. So now if you off, it remains in on condition because this fellow is on. Right. So I'm going to, this is a Windows script. However, how you are writing the script, according to that it will run. That's fine. No. Now I'm going to tell you one thing. Now, so far in our InTouch runtime, if I have not turned off this, for example, see these lamp 2, both the lamps are in on condition. No, because this fellow is on. So just go for development page. Okay, just do some changes or whatever you want. You just edit something over here and go back to your runtime. Still it is an on condition. See, whenever I'm going for the new runtime, it should be starting from the beginning, right? It should not be in the place where I have left before, right? So previously when I was using the tank and all, whenever I'm increasing the slider, the tank will be according to that. If I go for the development page, again I come for the runtime, it should be in the same place. Okay, this is why. I'll tell you. So InTouch will always start the runtime from where you have left. Okay, but if you want to start from the beginning, there is a way. For that, go to the Windows script, on hide. Okay, no, this one, on show. On show means not on hide, on show. On show means like whenever you are going for the first time, you need to have this L0 as L1 as 0 and L2 as 0. Validate it. Yeah, go for OK. Go for runtime. Yeah, so still it is an on condition. For this, to update this, okay, to update this, you need to close your runtime and you need to come again. Fine, then only it will get update. See, I left as it is. Go for the runtime. Yeah, still it is on. No, why? Means this runtime window is there, right? This runtime window, whatever update you are doing, you need to close this runtime window and you need to start from the beginning. So I'll close this fellow. Close runtime. Start the runtime from beginning. Can you see? It's updated. Now I'll show you again. Now I'm turning on. Go for the development. Come for the runtime again. It's updated. Oh, it's not updated. Let's see what is the error. What mistake I have done. Let's check it out, okay? We have mentioned this is L1, this is L2. Both are 0. Yes, it's right. Okay, so instead of making this, also include our input conditions also, because input is the one which we are having in our hand to control. Okay, output is the one which is depends upon the input, correct? See, input should be controlled because it's in our hand, but output we cannot do anything because those two fellows are depends upon the input state. Now if you go for the runtime, it's now off. See, in previously the switch was in an on condition, that's what these two were on. I got confused. Okay, right? So now if I go for the development, again come for the runtime, it is off. I'll show you again. So in on show, you should be writing condition for inputs, not outputs, because output will be here to inputs, not to us, right? Yeah, so this should be removed. This is a mistake I have done, so please correct it. Don't do this. Fine, guys? I hope you have understand, because see why those outputs both are on, because the input is in on condition. So I should have the control to control the inputs. So in on show you need to write this. Fine. So go for validate and you can go for OK. So hereafter you can write a script in on show also. Fine. So that yeah, I'll show you this also. Wait. Now I am changing the slider. Imagine 60 it is. Switch I am turning on, switch I am turning on. Note down the runtime window. Both the switches are on. This slider at 60 nearby. Fine. At most 60. Fine. Go for development. Okay. Now come again for runtime. Both the switches are updated, right? But see the slider? It's not updated because I have not written any on show script for slider. That's it, guys. Fine. Shall we write that? What is our tag slider? Go for Windows script. In on show, type or just double tap and select the tag name, slider equal to 0. That's it. Validate, click OK. Go for runtime. It's updated. Now check again. Go for development. Come for runtime again. Yes, it is updated. That's it, guys. Okay. So this is the Windows script. Fine. And in the Windows script you can write for analog also. See, we have seen for digital, right? So let's see one small example for analog also. Let's take a tank. Say I got a symbol factory. Let's take one tank. Okay, so the tank I'm going to get it from here. Take T and I'm going to get this blue tank. Since we have taken this from symbol factory, what I need to do, I need to break it. So right click, break cell. Fine. So give vertical fill a slider. Yeah, it is over there. So make it as a common color. Click OK. Go for this fill color also, or let it be. Do we need this? Yes, we'll give. Yeah, we'll give. Fine. So whenever I am increasing the slider, this fellow will be increasing. That's fine. So now we need to write a script for this. Okay. So how I can write means, go for Windows script. Go for this while showing. So just make up to this. Okay, so just type when SW1 equal to 1, then slider, just double tap and select slider equal to 100. Okay, and if let's just give like this. Okay, expecting semicolon, where, yeah, here, yeah. Now this is my switch one. No, if I turn on, slider will be 100. Yes, see here. But when I turn off, nothing is happening because I have not written the script for that. Correct. So let's write the script for that also. Go for Windows script. While showing, write else condition. Else zero. That's it. Okay. Validate. Okay. Go for runtime. Yeah. So if you turn on, it will be 100. If you turn off, it will be 0. Right. So this is like immediate increase to 100. Correct. But I want slowly like how we are filling the vertical fill. Like that I want. What I need to do? I need to change the script. Go for Windows script. And in while show, you just type. What I can write means, if you want to see one by one, like slight increase you want, means what I can do? You can slider is equal to slider plus 1. Can you get the point? It will gradually increase. Okay, it will be gradually increase. Go for OK. Go for runtime. So just turn on this. Yeah, can you see? For every 1 milliseconds, it's gradually increasing. There is no need to change the slider. It's automatically happening. Okay, fine. Turn off this. Got it? Yeah. Go to the development page. But in this example, there is a problem. Okay. What is the problem? I'll tell you. Just take this. Keep it over here. Sorry. Oh, yeah. I'm going to use that value display. I'm going to check the value of our slider. Okay. So just I'll show you what is the problem. Okay. Go for OK. Go for OK. Keep this fellow here so that you can able to see. Yeah. Go for runtime. Turn on this. It is gradually increasing. See, 15, 17, 18, 19. Yeah. It's going. Huh? It is increasing above 100 also. Right? This is the problem I have told. If you turn off, it will off. But if you remains the switch is in on condition, it is going beyond 100. That should not happen, no. Because my program is written like there is no limit, kind of. I have written like that. The limit is whenever I am turning off the switch, then only it will go to 0. Apart from that, I have not written any condition. Correct? So I need to write a condition for that also, because the tank need to be stopped at that stage. So for that, you can expand the program. Okay. So how you can expand means, you take this else part. Okay. You take this else part and write one more if statement. Okay. If slider above or equal to 99, or let it be 100 or whatever it is, let it be 100, equal to 100, then this fellow, no, who is that? SW1 should be 0. Like that I am writing. Okay, let's check it out. This end if. Validate this. What I have done? See, I have given like automatic. See, there is no need of ourselves to turn off the switch. Let it happen. Let it automatically happen, kind of. Okay. Go for OK. Go for runtime. Now you are turning on. It is increasing. Once it reached 100, because of our statement, the switch will be off. Yeah. Right? The switch is off. That's it. You cannot turn on this. See, gradually it will be increasing if you turn on for the every time. Right? So like this, you can customize the program according to the requirement. Okay. You can make however you want here. If you want to gradually increase, you can. Else, if you want to immediately going to 100, that is also fine. Fine. So however you are writing, it will be responding. Fine, guys. So I hope you have understand the window script. Window script means it's only for this window. See, I have 3 windows, The whatever I am writing in the window script, that is apt only for W1, not for W2 and W3. That's why it is called as window script. Fine. Right. So practice this in a software. I'll meet you in the next session with another type of script. Fine. Okay, guys. See you then. Bye.